Financial independence is my ultimate goal. It is really challenging to keep sight of that goal in the midst of the everyday chaos. So it's 9:33 a.m. I have a meeting at 10:30. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I watched the little one alone, and I thought my husband had a really important meeting at 9:30. And he was like, "Oh no, it's not important." I'm like, "Awesome!" He's like, "I'm just gonna step out and go move the car because we have an electric car to charge." He's like, "I'm just gonna go charge the car," and I'm like, "Excellent. You want to take the kid with you?" So like, "I can." I'm like, "Excellent. Away you go." So that's why I'm here, and that's the topic of today: is keeping my financial independence vision firmly in mind in the midst of the everyday chaos. So that is the biggest challenge right now. The reason we are without childcare at the moment, or we have elected not to pay for childcare, we're kind of managing with me, kind of trading off between the two of us, and my mom, is because it's A, prohibitively expensive in this area, and B, we were looking for such solution we could both agree on. So there's that. In this area, childcare costs are around $3,500 to $3,800 before taxes, fees, and all that. So about $3,800 a month for one child, and that is full time. That's 5 days a week from whatever 8 a.m. The center's open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. The one that we looked at here, I didn't even look once I heard that it was $3,800, which is a little bit more than my monthly take home. So there is that, and it's challenging because I naturally, the solution would be to get a higher paying job. That is very much the next step in the future. Right now, I really value the security, stability, and camaraderie. I love the team that I work with right now. So I really value that, and that I have a tremendous amount of flexibility as long as the work gets done. It's not a really big deal as long as the work gets done. However, I am sacrificing a bigger paycheck, so that's where it is at the moment, and that's just what we're doing. I am setting aside, we just had open enrollment election, so I'm setting aside the maximum $5,000 for childcare, which is laughable because $5,000 would be about a month and a half of full-time childcare in our situation. It's ridiculous in this area. So there's that. Again, I want to talk about the long-term vision because that long-term vision is what is keeping me going at the moment. Okay, so what is the long-term vision? That's what I want to focus on, is what I am looking at full-time. Looking at throughout the day, I want to come back to that long-term vision. I want to be a 60-year-old in fantastic shape, like one of those 60-year-old women that is like on it as far as health, nutrition, wellness, exercise, sleep, just community involvement, having a social life and an active a very active life. That's what I see. That's what I see in my mom, and that's what I want to emulate only to the next level. I can see that life that I want to have, and to be just being one of those women that's just really on it. So that's what the vision that I have for myself in my head, who has no thought, her only thought is managing her assets. That's what I'm going to affirm for myself and for my family. I'm one of those people. My husband will be doing something with his, I think he would, so there's the beach, but he also, what would he do? I don't think we'd be in this area we would not be in this area if we were financially independent. What would he be? We'd be seeing movies. We'd like trade off seeing movies. Reading some articles, maybe walking in the park. We'd be that couple that walks in the park at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. That would be the goal. We travel every other month, going somewhere every other month. Oh, where are you going today? Or where are you going this month? That's the goal, and it's just step by step. And I think in the midst of that is really affirming what's really important, and that's the health of our relationship, number one, and the things that we appreciate about each other. And one of the biggest things what I appreciate about myself is my sort of tenacity and enthusiasm. What I really appreciate about my husband is that what attracted me to him is his childlike spirit of wonder. And as I think about myself in the future and my future goals of financial independence, I see us together because I really feel like it's our childlike spirits that kind of, that we're attracted to each other. So I want to, in the midst again of this daily craziness, affirm that very much. So keeping that together in the midst of everything that's going on in the day-to-day trenches of parenthood. So there's that. I also appreciate the way that when he is with us, he is fully with us. He is not on his phone. He's not off thinking about, he's probably thinking about it. I don't know if he's thinking about other things, but when he's with me, he's fully with me. When he's with our daughter, he's fully with her. And that's not even something that that's something that comes from him entirely. So that I really, really appreciate. And I can't wait to see that grow. I'm excited to see what that looks like in the future. So that is certainly something in the future me that we, the two of us, have a very strong bond. And then that he and our daughter have a strong bond. I'm okay if she hates me. I just want I want her to be able to confide in him. And because I know mothers and daughters go through a lot. I know, I know. So I hope that he can be her constant through that, because I've seen that relationship as well, where daughters kind of have issues with their moms, but their dad just listens and they can really confide in their dads. And that's what I want for her, for all of us. So that's another future when it comes to relationships. That's huge. So financially, my goal is to move toward a future where our money makes money, where our money makes more money than we can make independently. That's the goal. So every day that's the focus and that's the direction. So again, it's challenging because I know I would need full-time care before there's any chance of me moving to a higher paid position or to expand the use of my skills in the marketplace. So that's something I know for sure. And it's tough without the income to get that full-time care. We're working on it together. So we actually have an appointment later today for an interview at a preschool starting in September of 2024. So for next year, this time next year. And it feels like forever, but it's not. I know it will be here very soon. So that I feel like is like a shining beacon, like a light at the end of the tunnel of this care scenario. So that's the goal. So we're hoping for good things from that, because it's a place that he's comfortable sending her to. So that's a good thing. And that's later this afternoon. So that's what we're immediately getting ready for. But that's the vision for the future. So thanks for listening. Hope this has been helpful for anyone else in this situation.